Was there one thing that made you go, that's it, I'm going to the island?
No, it wasn't one thing. My booking agent sent me down to the Virgin Islands for the first time, I think in 2010 or 2009. And I vividly remember to this day stepping off the plane for the first time in St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. And it was like early February. I just left gray, miserable, cold, rainy Knoxville. And I stepped off the plane in St. Thomas, and the smell of flowers hit my face. And the sky was beautiful and blue, and it was like 72 degrees, and the turquoise water was right on the side of the tarmac, and I was just like, I felt like I'm home. Like, and I remember saying on that trip, I was like, I'm gonna live here someday. I'm totally gonna move here. I don't know when, I don't know where, but. So I did that tour 3 times, and then on the 3rd time, I felt I just didn't want to leave. Like, when it was time to go, I did not want to go. And I told my friends down there, I was like, the next time I come here, it'll be to live. I'm not doing this touring thing anymore. And I thought at the time that I would just go down there and live for a year. That was 3 years ago.
Wow. I had the same thing with Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yeah, the first time I
got off the plane,
first time I got the Greyhound,
hit
it was the
your
Greyhound,
face.
and then I said, I'm going to come back to this place.
Pittsburgh's nice.
Yeah. Do you think living there has changed you as a songwriter?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everything changes you as a songwriter. Every song you write is different. So, you know, if I'd moved to Pittsburgh, it would have changed me as a songwriter, I'm sure. But it's definitely very stimulating being in a place with a very different musical culture than we have here in East Tennessee, which, by the way, I took completely for granted when I lived here. I thought everyone played like country jazz, and because everyone does, and I thought everyone could play 5 instruments because everyone does here. And then when I moved to St. Thomas, I found that, you know, like now I'm in like calypso, reggae, you know, genre, which I'm not doing that kind of music. I still play like country swing, but it's really inspiring and stimulating to be around other types of music and other types of dance, and, you know, the way other people express themselves. And like we were talking about before we started taping, I started playing with a steel pan player, which is one of the joys of my life. It's just absolutely magical to play guitar. I just, like, my mind just drifts away. I can hardly concentrate when he's playing. It's just such a beautiful sound.
Wow. Tell me about Cuckoo, the song Cuckoo. I just like saying cuckoo. I'm going to say it one
I
more
know.
time. Cuckoo.
Cuckoo, which is like kind of an old-timey song too. I wrote that song about an ex years ago who was an extreme morning person.
It is pretty cuckoo.
Right, it was an odd match, and I'm like an extreme night owl, and I'm trying so hard to change into being like more middle of the road. But if I'm awake by 9, like that's really early for me. Like this show, it's like this is like the crack of dawn, and it's like 11:30 right now. So I was seeing this fella, and he would basically be waking up almost around the time I would be getting home from gigs and going to sleep, you know. So I just thought it was this funny dichotomy of him being like the rooster and me being the night owl, and like us trying to like work out those circadian rhythms and, you know, have a life together.
The rooster wakes when the sun comes up. The night owl sleeps till 10 o'clock. She slips into the kitchen when it's almost noon. The rooster's making coffee and bacon too. The rooster works on the coop most of the day. The night owl works the garden from the clay. When he comes home, she's making some soup. They turn on the radio and listen to the news. Cuckoo, I'm crazy about you, falling in love with you. Cuckoo, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. A rooster at the table with his ladybird. The night owl's perched, not saying a word. And in the middle of a movie, he's starting to yawn. The sun goes down, he's out till dawn, and there's blankets piled up all around. A mismatched love nest of things they found. The rooster sleeps with his beak tucked under her wing. The night owl curls up and reads a magazine. Cuckoo, I'm crazy about you. I'm falling in love with you. Cuckoo, 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 ooh, cuckoo.